My name's Sean McGuire. I'm the Chief Executive of Ambitious Minds, and we're a business education company based in the centre of Liverpool. We were established in the late summer of 2011 in order to deliver a new kind of training to young adults who need to be equipped with a set of skills that will allow them to build sustainable, independent lives. And we do that through mainly through our engagement with young adults in schools, where we deliver our revolutionary learning tool called Keep the Cash, which is an educational simulation designed to equip them with the skills they need to be able to go off and build their own lives, so they understand the interconnectedness between financial literacy, the ability, the capacity you need to get a job, the skills you need to do that, how you manage your own cash, how you build an independent future, how you fund your own home, but that all these things are closely linked. You can't disaggregate them into their independent parts, and that's what Keep the Cash seeks to do. Well, the Greater Merseyside area traditionally has faced these difficulties, sometimes even when the rest of the country has been doing modestly well. I mean, the whole of the country, except for the Greater London area now, is in real difficulty. And we are facing some of the traditional difficulties we've always had. So being able to develop our techniques, our training and teaching techniques on Merseyside and going into local schools has been a very, very valuable way of developing our skills, so we know what the real problems are, and most importantly, we understand what the best teaching techniques are to impart those vital lessons to young adults that we all want them to understand, how they're going to build an independent adult life and how they're going to fund it and what the implications of all of that are, which the education system traditionally doesn't give them, but which in these circumstances they all desperately need. So I'm from this area. I'm from St Helens. I studied went to school in St Helens, studied in Liverpool, and then, like a lot of people, I had to go away to really build a career and get a job of the kind I wanted. So I went to London, and I worked there I was in London for 20 odd years, and I ended up working for FT. And I ended up being the managing director of the financial markets and corporate business. FT was the biggest technical financial training company in Europe at the time. I left FT in 2002 and I returned to the Northwest, where I became the chief executive of St Helens Rugby League Club. A lifelong fan, played rugby league as a student, and I got the opportunity to run the club and to try and turn it round and to make it both financially more robust and help to build a winning team, a winning club in general. I enjoyed that. I was there for 5 years, and then I returned to professional business and financial education with a company called Kaplan, headquartered in New York, which is, I think, technically the biggest in the world now. In my time at Saints, it had actually bought FT. And it was when I was at Kaplan again that the idea of financial education for young adults and their families, and what a pressing issue it was, really formed in my mind. And so with a number of colleagues, we began to explore the idea, sought funding, acquired the funding, and founded Ambitious Minds.
Okay, and finally, just tell us something that the people you work with here might be surprised to learn about you.
I don't think they'd sadly be surprised by very much. What would they be surprised by? Well, they know I'm a very keen rugby league fan. And my colleague Alex Turner, who works here as our general manager, is a rugby league fan. We do have an Evertonian. We try to be balanced. And we've got someone, I think, although they're from London, I think has a greater yen for Liverpool. So in terms of sports allegiances, we've got a fairly balanced kind of portfolio. For me, an increasing love of wine. But I doubt that any of them would be very surprised by that. But an increasing interest in it. I've got a friend who runs a wine school, and so I've learned a lot more because he won't let me open the bottles now until I can explain the origin of the grape.